Be honest, how many times do you use Google in a day? Probably more than you can count. You search for things, check the weather, look up random questions, find places, watch videos. Basically, Google is part of everyday life. But here's something interesting. You might be using Google every day without knowing what it can actually do. There are a bunch of useful features hiding in plain sight that can make searching faster, easier, and sometimes even save you from downloading another app. So today, I'm going to show you 10 Google features that you should definitely know in 2026. And trust me, there's a good chance at least a few of these will be completely new to you. Let's get into it.
Let's start with one of my favorites, Google Lens. Have you ever seen something and thought, what is that? Maybe it's a plant, a product, a landmark, or even a piece of clothing. Instead of trying to describe it to Google, you can just take a picture. That's where Google Lens comes in. It can recognize objects, identify text, translate words, and even find similar images online. And here's another cool part. You can point your camera at a document or a piece of paper and copy the text directly to your phone. So basically, Google Lens lets you search with your camera instead of your keyboard. It's almost like giving Google a pair of eyes. Next up is something pretty simple, but surprisingly useful, voice search. Instead of typing your question, just tap the microphone and ask Google. For example, what is the tallest mountain in the world? And Google can understand what you're saying and give you the results. This is especially handy when your hands are busy. Maybe you're cooking, walking, driving, or just don't feel like typing a long question. And you don't have to talk like a robot either. You can just ask your question naturally. So next time you need to search for something, try saying it instead of typing it. Here's a feature you may already know, but a lot of people still don't use it. Google can literally be your calculator. Need to calculate something quickly? Just type it into Google. For example, 125 times 48, or 15% of 800. Google will give you the answer instantly. And you can go way beyond simple calculations too. You can use it for more complicated math without opening a separate calculation app. So if you're already on Google, why open another app just to do a quick calculation? Here's a small feature that's actually really useful. Try searching 10-minute timer. That's it. Google gives you a countdown timer right in the search results. You can use it when you're studying, cooking, working out, taking a quick break, or doing pretty much anything that needs a countdown. Need 5 minutes? Search for 5-minute timer. Need 30 minutes? You know what to do. It's a tiny feature, but once you start using it, you'll probably wonder why you were opening a separate timer app in the first place.
Now, here's a trick that can make a huge difference when you're searching for something specific. It's called exact phrase searching. All you have to do is put quotation marks around the phrase you're looking for. For example, instead of searching best free AI tools, try searching best free AI tools. This tells Google that you're looking for that exact phrase. It can be really useful when you're searching for a specific quote, sentence, title, or piece of information. It's also great for students, researchers, writers, and honestly, anyone who gets tired of scrolling through results that aren't exactly what they wanted. So just remember, quotation marks equals search for the exact phrase.
Here's another one that's incredibly useful if you travel or you're learning another language. You don't always need to open a translation app. You can simply ask Google. For example, hello in Japanese, or how do you say thank you in Spanish? Google can show you the translation right away. It's great for quickly checking a word, understanding a phrase, or figuring out what something means while you're traveling. And if you're learning a language, it's a really handy tool to have. Want to know what the weather is going to be like? You don't necessarily need to open a weather app. Just search weather. Google can show you the current temperature, conditions, forecast, and more. You can also search for a specific location.
For example, weather in London or weather in Tokyo tomorrow. It's simple, it's quick, and it saves you a few extra taps. And let's be honest, most of us check the weather way more often than we'd like to admit. Planning your next trip? Then you should definitely know about Google Flights. You can search for flights, compare different airlines, check different dates, and look at prices all in one place. And here's a useful tip. Don't always assume your original travel date is the cheapest. Try checking nearby dates. Sometimes moving your trip by just a day or two can give you completely different prices. So before you book your next flight, take a few minutes to compare your options. It could save you some money.
If you're a student, a researcher, or just someone who loves reading, this one is worth knowing. It's called Google Books. You can use it to search for books by title, author, or topic. And depending on the book, you may be able to preview some of its pages or find information about where you can get it. Let's say you're researching a topic for a school project. Instead of searching the entire internet and hoping you find a good book, you can go directly to Google Books and search for books related to your topic. It's a much easier way to discover useful reading material.
And finally, we've reached number 1, Google Advanced Search. If you use Google a lot, this is one feature you really should know about. Most people type a few words into Google, hit search, and then start scrolling. But Advanced Search lets you be much more specific. You can narrow down your results using things like exact words, language, region, time, and even specific websites or domains. For example, imagine you're researching something for school. Instead of going through hundreds of random results, you can narrow your search and find much more relevant information. This is especially useful for students, researchers, journalists, writers, and content creators. Once you learn how to search properly, Google becomes much more powerful. You're not just searching Google anymore. You're actually telling Google exactly what you're looking for. And that's it. Those were 10 Google features that you should know in 2026. Some of them are simple, some are surprisingly useful, and a few of them might completely change the way you use Google. But now I want to know something from you. Which one of these features did you already know about? And which one was completely new to you? Let me know in the comments. And if you learned something useful from this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more useful technology tips, AI tools, websites, and hidden features. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.